What is it? Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it is not. It is neither. It's Spider-Man. Yep, this thing. Hope you guys can hear me. It's covering my mouth, but this thing cost me like $20. But check this out. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. All right, let's talk about Marvel Rivals.
I can't let you get close.
Huh? Is this nigga serious? You are mine!
Bro, please, bro.
This video is brought to you by Hellscape Trigger, written by yours truly. I recently published it on the Amazon, so if you want to check it out, the link will be in the description below. Alright, so I guess I just want to talk about the presentation of the game. I mean, this game looks great, even down to the intro when you're opening up the game and like going into quick play or competitive or anything like that. There's a little mini cutscene and it gives you a showcase of some of the heroes like Iron Man, Rocket, Spider-Man, Venom. Like, there's points in this game. The game looks so good. There's points where I'm questioning if it's actually free to play. Like, I feel like it's a catch. It feels too good to be true. Even down to, like, some of the skins that are in this game. They do try their best to recreate some of the MCU skins using their certain art style. And it looks great. I really have, that's my only adjective to describe what this game is. It's great. I mean, okay, the mask is gonna, this is new. This is a new thing. But there's even a point where, say you get MVP or like, if you guys are familiar with Overwatch, play of the game, you even get like a specific cutscene dedicated to the skin that you have on. So let's say I have the in-game Iron Man skin on. There's a point where you see him like flying around and he's about to snap his finger, and then it shows, or it doesn't really go into the gameplay, but it shows that you got MVP, which I just find that really cool. I feel like is it worth the $20-$30 price that they're charging the skins for? No, it's not, but it's still pretty cool to show that it's more than just strictly just a thing that you put on. Another thing is, this game is in third person, so if you do want to buy a Marvel skin or just buy a skin in general, you can actually see it, unlike, certain games like first-person shooters like Call of Duty or Overwatch. Like, what's the point in buying a skin if I can't see it? Every single map in this game looks great. I think some of my favorite are Asgard, Wakanda, the symbiote map. And another thing that I really love about this game that just further gets you immersed into, I guess, the game itself, is the fact that every mission that you do has lore behind it. I know some of the ones that I know now is like the symbiote one, where Shuri sends the Guardians of the Galaxy to this planet to go investigate a symbiote, and their ship ends up crash landing. If you read like the bottom text during each loading screen, it tells you what you're about to do. But I play on PS5, so loading screens are basically obsolete at this point. So it goes by so fast that you're not really able to tell what's happening. But I really do like the lore that they're establishing within the game itself, even down to like some of the character dialogue. Like, I really do. I play Moon Knight a lot. I've been playing Moon Knight a lot recently, so some of the dialogue that he has with Magic is like him basically trying to go against Magic, supporting Apocalypse's, I guess, plan on taking over the world or something. I really do like that dialogue. Some of the ones that I can't really think of on the top of my head, like Peter Parker meeting Penny, and Peter's like, I'm not your Peter. I'm not sure if you know me or not. That was a real fun one. One where Thor's talking to Jeff the Shark. That one's cool. But just like little character banter that gives the characters some that gives the characters more personality outside of, you know, just being these one-dimensional people that we play as. Okay, I guess with the presentation out the way, let's get into the gameplay. Oh, where is it? There. Yeah, there we go. I can't see. I don't know how children can wear this thing. It's hard. It's not even like, you know, it's... I gotta commit to the bit, though. Gameplay. So the gameplay is very, very fast-paced. Every single character is easy to pick up and play. Besides Spider-Man, which is ironic, I know. Spider-Man mask, Spider-Man shirt, and I don't play Spider-Man. I just find him very, very hard to like pick up and play, especially when, you know, I got teammates relying on me and stuff. I really don't have time to learn him during quick play. And there's always the time. That's what I really like about this game, is that they also do bot or you versus the AI, or like a training mode. So if you do want to learn these characters, you can take the time to do that. But, you know, I feel as if you factor better if you learn in real time, but with certain characters, not Spider-Man. Spider-Man is insanely difficult for me, at least. But anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. So I guess speaking of some of the characters that I like to play, I like playing Hela. Again, like I mentioned before, Moon Knight. Penny Parker's pretty fun. Magic, Winter Soldier, Wolverine. Definitely Wolverine. And if you guys cannot tell, I'm all world traverse now, but like first starting off this game, I was like heavy on DPS, but since then I have moved on to tanks. I play Venom now, and even with support or healers, I play like Cloak and Dagger, Mantis, Jeff the Shark. I always want to just bounce around to different roles just in case. Like I basically configure with the team, if that makes sense. We'll get into that later. So on top of gameplay, let's get into some of the characters, because that's literally the most important thing about this game. Personally, me, I do feel as if some characters do need a rework, like Magneto. I feel like for the Master of Magnetism, he's probably one of the most boring characters in the game, and some people will tell me otherwise. Before I even get into this, I don't play competitive. I play quick play because I don't really have time for competitive. I like chilling out while I like relaxing while playing video games. Thank you. But I just feel as if Magneto does need a rework. Again, most of his moves are like a shield, bubble. He can throw like a big rod at you, and he can throw little mini rods that don't reach far at all, surprisingly. I feel like Magneto should have like hella range. I feel like Magneto should be sniping people across the map, but I digress. If I were to rework Magneto, just, I guess, from surface level, have his shield like deflect projectiles or something. Just like his ultimate, which I just figured out, absorbs projectiles, and as it's absorbing, the ball that he's holding gets bigger and bigger. That's pretty cool. But yeah, just have his shield, I guess, projectiles bounce off his shield or something. I really do not know what you could do with Magneto, but I just feel like from what we got, I feel like it could be better. So a lot of people have said that Hulk is the worst tank in the game. I kind of agree, because once you lose the Hulk form, you revert back to Bruce Banner and you lost the tank essentially. I wouldn't say he's the worst in the game though. That honor goes to Captain America, who desperately needs a buff. My gosh, every time I see Captain America or an enemy Captain America, I don't flinch. Like even when he does his ult, the assemble, I I don't flinch because he's just there. He's literally just, he takes up space. That's literally it. He doesn't do any damage. He's not as threatening as like Venom or Doctor Strange. He's just there. I feel like another character that could use a buff, well, I've just been going around playing. Another character that could use a buff is Namor, or Namor, however you want to pronounce it. I feel like he is the worst DPS in the game. Just picking him up and playing with him on a surface level. I feel like if you put in the hours, he's probably better. But I just feel like his turrets could do more damage, and his trident can do a little bit more damage. But that's just me picking him up and playing him from a surface level. I don't really dive into playing Namor like I do with other characters. So there's been a lot of discourse on how Hela needs a nerf, and I kind of have to disagree. I mean, I don't think that she needs a nerf, because most of the time when you're getting like two-shot by like a really good Hela, they can aim. That's literally it. It's not like I'll say Wanda. It's not like Wanda where the game basically rewards you for being lazy, because with Wanda all you have to do is just sneak around, flank the enemy team, and hold R2. That's it. Like, I feel if anybody needs a nerf, I still think it's Wanda. Hela, I just feel as if, like, depending on the skill level between the person playing that character, it doesn't really need a nerf, because half the time you're not really running into decent Helas anyway. As of right now, it does seem like she did get a nerf when it comes to her health, but a lot of people do want a damage nerf, but I'm just like, no. And this is coming from a Hela main, so I digress. Okay, so I already talked about how Magneto could use a rework. Another character that I think could use one is Iron Man. He's a really fun DPS to play as. If I were in the studio basically like jotting down which character is what, I would actually make Iron Man a tank. But I saw online that some people were like War Machine could just be a flying tank, which that just sounds horrifying, so I'll give them that. I feel as if Iron Man does get a little bit boring to play as after a while, because all you can do is just repulsor blast, chest cannon, and then the grenade hands that he has. That's really it. I feel like he should have, like, there should have been more implements within his, like, the different suits that he has, so maybe he can, like, call down a suit and use it as a turret or something. That would be cool. But I digress. So if I had to critique this game for, like, one, like, detrimental thing, I feel like there is entirely way too many DPS. And I sometimes do feel as if that's why we get on teams with, like, 4 to 5 DPS characters, because you got to think, a lot of casuals are hopping on this game. They don't really understand the basis of a hero shooter or a team-based shooter. They see Iron Man, they're like, oh, Iron Man. Or they see Spider-Man, they're like, oh, Spider-Man, I'm going to play as him. They don't realize that, like, these characters have roles. To put all of your bread and butter, like your most popular characters like Iron Man, Spider-Man, Wolverine, Black Panther, who else? Iron Fist. You put them all in DPS, you're kind of setting yourself up. Like, I feel like some characters, like Iron Man, if you wanted to, could have been a tank. Spider-Man works perfectly as a DPS. Wolverine could have been a tank, honestly. Just the way how much damage he dishes out. He can really push the whole enemy team back if he wanted to, just like a tank would. But to have all your popular characters as DPS roles, it kind of just discourages casual players to branch out and play healer or tank. Alright, so this is where it's a review / a rant, because I've had about 80 hours on Marvel Rivals since it came out. I don't know if that's a lot compared to other people, but with the schedule I have, I feel like that's a lot. That's a lot of time being put into this game. Team chemistry. Most people that play this game, from what I've been around, are just, no offense, they're just bad. They're just not good at this game. I feel like Marvel Rivals has the worst category of randoms like ever. There is points where I've been on a team and half of my teammates have gone 0-2, 0-7, 0-1. They're playing DPS, by the way. You'll have a healer playing DPS, like you'll have somebody playing Mantis, and I guess Mantis does do a lot of damage when you do buff her, when she can buff herself up. She does do a lot of damage, but you'll have them playing DPS instead of staying on the back lines and healing us. And you guys have probably been through this too, especially with quick play, where you just completely sweep the enemy team. I would look at me and my teammates score or like our kills, it would be like 23-6 or 30-2. That's happened before with me. And then you look at like the other team, they're like 0-2, 1-3, 4-6. I'm like, dude, where's the balancing here? Is this the one game that needs skill-based matchmaking? Actually, I'm not sure if this game does have skill-based matchmaking. It doesn't really seem like it. If you guys are going to play this game, you have to realize that it's a team-based hero shooter, meaning that you're going to have roles. If you're playing tank, you need to be in the front, pushing the enemy team back. You need to be an O-line. You need to be a lineman, just pushing them back while the DPS go in, do the damage and all that. Healers need to stay on the back and heal everybody. I shouldn't see, again, like I was talking about before, I shouldn't see my Mantis in front of everybody, including the tanks, dealing out the most damage. You need to be healing me, dude. I'm on 68 health here. I'm spamming the need healing icon, and you're not listening. And there's been points where I've played as a healer. Like I said, I played Jeff. I played Mantis. I tried playing Loki, but Loki's just a little bit too stationary for me. My go-to is usually Cloak and Dagger because her heals can track people. If you're playing DPS and you are up front a couple feet away from, and not even a couple feet, 1,000 feet away from me, basically, and you're begging me for heals, I'm not catering to you. I'm not finna go around and follow you around, dude. You gotta stay with me. The key basis of this game is to stick together. I don't understand why half the time my DPSs are just jumping into the front lines and dying just like that. If you want to do that, go play tank. That's what the tank is for. Especially somebody like Venom. If you're one of those players that just likes going in full throttle, just headbutting the enemy team, play Venom, because that's what he's used for. Literally, all you have to do with Venom is get in front of your enemy's face and just mash R2. Mash R2, and if your health goes low, buff yourself. And let's hope that you have a good healer, because they need to be behind you healing you up. So, melee players. And when I say melee players, I mean characters like, not even tanks, but just DPS melee players. I want to say like Magic, Wolverine, Spider-Man, Black Panther, Iron Fist. They could really like turn the tide of your whole entire game. Every time, I hate how I have this mask on and I'm about to slander Spider-Man, but when I see a Spider-Man on my team, I automatically go in thinking that this is a 5v6. I just lost the character. Because usually every single Spider-Man that I have been with has gone like 1-7, 1-8. I literally had one Spider-Man, we were doing a convoy mission. I literally had one Spider-Man go 2-13. You don't want to switch. What's going on here? I think you need to go play healer or something, because Spider-Man obviously isn't your strong suit. And I know what you're thinking, but Tylen, or I'm Spider-Man, I got the mask on, but Spider-Man, maybe he's just practicing with the character. No, dude, there's no time for that, especially with Spider-Man. Characters you can practice with are like basic 3-star characters. I think I'm getting sidetracked, but I think Psylocke is a 5-star character. Psylocke doesn't feel like a 5-star character, but I digress. So let's say during a convoy mission, if that first bar is full, meaning they got to that first checkpoint, and you still are like 1-7, 2-7, not 1-7, 2-7, we'll be fair here. 5-8, or maybe even like, 1-3. I need you to switch. Characters. If you're playing DPS and your KD or kill death ratio is any of those numbers I just listed by the time we get to the first checkpoint of a convoy mission or even round 2 of domination, I need you to switch, because you're not contributing anything. You suck. I just hate this. The character that you're playing as, you suck with. You need to switch. Another thing, the way that you approach the situation is dire in these games. You just can't keep running in guns blazing and keep dying and expect different results. That's insanity. How about when you spawn in, you wait for your teammates to spawn in and you guys go attack it together. So I'm still talking about gameplay all around, but I want to go back and talk about some of the character ults here. Some of these ults don't shake me at all, dude. Like, I don't get scared at all. Like I was talking about Captain America, you're just there. You're just an eyesore. Another one that a lot of people have been like going against me with is Magneto's, which, dude, I hear Fear Magneto, and I don't flinch at all. The only ultimate that I actually go and like run away from the point is when I hear Legendary, Star-Lord's ultimate. That's the only time I flinch, where I'm like, okay, I gotta be on my A game. Sometimes it might be Wanda's, but the person playing Wanda is so bad that you can just shoot her out the sky. Punisher's is kind of deadly, just depending on who's playing him or where he's at on the map. One ultimate that I really do feel like needs a buff, which I believe he got a buff, is Moon Knight's. I place down Moon Knight's and everybody can just move away from it, and I'm just like, well, dang. The moon is obviously not haunting these people. They couldn't be bothered less. Oh, I can't do it anymore. I was hurting my nose, guys. Oh, man. There's like a... Do you guys see that? Like, I mean, it's a cool mask. It's cool to hang up on the wall, but oh my god, man. What? No wonder this thing was like $20. This little rubber thing in here is just pressing against my nose. Oh, it hurts so bad. Okay. Alright, we're almost done here. We're almost done. Oh my god, my nose. Oh, my nose. Oh, man. Okay. Oh, I might need a break. So Marvel Rivals is obviously one of those games that is going to get live updates. It's one of these games that are here to stay. A lot of people were saying like it's going to be dead in a month. That's not true, guys. It's a free-to-play Marvel game featuring 33 Marvel characters. This game is going absolutely nowhere. So when I say this game is going absolutely nowhere, obviously there's going to be some new characters being introduced. I know some characters have been leaked. I guess we'll talk about them right here. I have a list of them here. So you have Deadpool, the Human Torch, which I believe comes out in the middle half of the first season, which comes out tomorrow as we're recording this. You have Blade. You have the Thing, which also comes out later on. You have Shuri. You have Invisible Woman, Sue Storm, and you have Mr. Fantastic, Reed Richards, who both come out tomorrow. Mr. Fantastic and Sue Storm. That's cool. I guess when it comes to like, if I can guess what role each character is going to play, Deadpool is definitely a DPS, and I feel like he'll be the most played character. Hopefully he's really good though. I feel like he won't be melee based. He'll probably have like his I play on PlayStation, so his L1 will probably be like katana blades. I don't know what his R1 will be, probably something where he breaks the fourth wall, but I feel like he will just have like two guns that he shoots. Human Torch I think has already been confirmed as a DPS. I feel like he's one of those characters that can fly. I really do want to see some gameplay with him, so we'll wait for that. Blade is going to be a DPS, or maybe Blade could be a tank. You could make Blade a tank if you really think about it. If you really want to, if you want to be creative, you'd make Blade a tank. The Thing is obviously going to be a tank. And Shuri has also been leaked online. So is Ultron. Both of them are healers. I would have made Ultron a tank, but again, like I said with Blade, if you want to be creative with it, make Blade a tank. You're taking the more creative route here by making Ultron a healer, and that might influence a lot more people to play healer. Like I said before, we don't really need that many more DPS characters. We already have a lot. I think the category that has the most characters is DPS, so again, we don't really need that many more. So obviously when it comes to the future of this game, I guess I want to talk about my wish list here. I would love to see more mutants, just more X-Men characters like Rogue, Cyclops, Colossus. Apocalypse has already been mentioned before, so obviously he'll probably play a role in later seasons. I like to see Nightcrawler. Gambit would be dope. Cable. More characters I like to see is Ghost Rider. I wonder if he would just be on his bike the whole time. That would be pretty fun. Silver Surfer would go crazy as a support character, just flying around healing his teammates. I feel like Ultron can also fly, but I haven't really seen any of his abilities that have been leaked. I just saw what he looks like. I'd also like to see some Spider-Man villains. I already know they're going to bring in Green Goblin. Green Goblin would be another flying DPS. Doc Ock could be a support. Doc Ock would play support because he's a scientist. That makes the most sense. Sandman could probably play tank. That'd be cool. Kraven could work as both a tank and DPS, but I feel like if you want to do the average route, you go DPS. And maybe Carnage. Venom's already a tank, so Carnage would definitely be DPS, but how would you distinguish Venom and Carnage? Would they play the exact same? And just a little niche one that I'd like to see, or probably just the skin, is Beta Ray Bill. I don't think he's distinct enough from Thor to be his own character. but he can definitely be a Thor skin. But outside of that, that's my review of Marvel Rivals, guys. I'm going to put the mask on here to finish the bit. Oh, but that was Marvel Rivals, guys. Again, I absolutely love this. Did my lights just turn off? Again, I absolutely love this game. I've been playing it forever. My lights turned off again. It's all good. I've been playing it for a while now. It's only been out for like a month. I haven't put it down since. I would love to actually like record some gameplay and post it if you guys want to see that. I mean, Marvel Rivals is here to stay, guys. So, and this is one of my favorite games. So if I could easily support myself by posting what I love doing onto here, you guys can let me know. But speaking of that, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Tell me who you're playing as. Tell me what your frustrations of the game is when it comes to teammates or just gameplay in general. Are you enjoying Marvel Rivals? Do you have Marvel Rivals? Let me know. Are you thinking about picking it up? If you are, you should. It's a pretty fun game. It's not going anywhere. We have a new season tomorrow. But again, if you guys want to see some gameplay, if you guys enjoyed what you saw throughout the video of me playing the game, let me know. But anyways, like I said before, make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment. I'll see you guys in the next video. So long.